Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to another video, and this is a paid request from Andrew. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, movie reviews, re-reviews, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, video game playthrough for an hour or full playthrough, tier list ranking, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. Do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And Andrew wanted me to look at Insatiable, Season 1, Episode 1 from 2018. And this was just weird. Now, if I understand, and I will be honest, I did look a little bit ahead out of curiosity. This is a weird-ass show. The idea is trying to be very satiric, and I don't know about that. Because the first episode, it takes place in Georgia. You have this lady named Patty who grew up with watching Drew Barrymore movies, was called Fatty Patty because she was overweight and kids would make fun of her over and over again. And she wasn't treated that well. You also have this guy named Bob Armstrong who's married, who has this law practice, but he's also this beauty pageant coach. And he's with this woman that it's his client for the beauty pageant, but when she gets up on stage, she doesn't know what the hell ISIS is. She gets it completely wrong. She doesn't know what the hell it is. So he loses. The person that was with that lady, why didn't you use you? You had us lose. I'm like, I didn't have you lose. Your person is an idiot. We want our money back. You ain't getting your money back. What you gonna do about it? And of course she makes up, he touched her hoo-hoo. Her pussy. Which he didn't. They made stuff up about him and he got canceled. Now, the guy who plays Bob Armstrong, he plays him very stereotypical bit of flamboyance. With the way he talks, like, oh my god, he's talking like, whatever, what am I going to do here? He's talking a bit as if he was Nathan Lane in the Birdcage. Only I thought, Nathan Lane in the Birdcage was more fun, made that seem more real, and to be a much better movie. But I guess later on you find out he is gay, or probably gay, the character. I'm like, no fucking shit. I think everybody watching this first episode could guess that. With the way he's talking. And you're going, okay, he's talking that way, but they're not going to go with the typical, oh, he's going to turn out to be gay. Oh, yeah, they are. Okay. I guess that's supposed to be the satiric angle, but you're just doing the So doing the stereotypical thing is now satiric? So, Patty, she collapses in the gym because she hasn't eaten in a few days. Because she wants to lose weight. This guy helps her up. Later on, they go to meet him. Oh, you don't go on a date? And he's like, oh, you thought just because I was nice to you? Wow. Wow. I'm like, yeah, wow, what a dick. Just say, no thanks. Alright, nah, that's okay. Well, at least another, she gets depressed. She's sitting down. This homeless guy messes with her. They get into a fight. And then she's knocked out. 3 months later, Bob is still trying to get over being canceled and people thinking that he molested, touched someone's hoo-ha, honeypot, which he didn't. He gets this case for this lady Patty. Oh, she just got out of surgery. Not surgery, she got out of the hospital. She was on a liquid diet. And apparently if you're on a liquid diet, you lose 70 pounds and you look perfectly fine. I'm like, okay, I get being on a liquid diet, but there's a lot more you have to do with your body other than fucking just being on a liquid diet and then you just look bam. Like, you still have to work on it too. Also, it's funny when you see her, there's no stretch marks. I'm like, I think there'd be, some stretch marks, I know people just say, well, it's 3 months. Well, I mean, whatever. Who cares, I guess. So the guy takes her case because she was being sued because the homeless guy had said that she hit first. And the guy is mesmerized by her beauty. So he's like, oh, she's my great white hope. She says, play to your new strengths now. There's this witness, placate him in some way, some shape. She eventually does and wins the court case. The idea of a woman who is overweight becomes thin and then she's like, I want revenge on everybody who did me wrong, maybe could be an interesting plot. And then this Bob guy also wants to put her in the beauty pageant. From what I understand, later on, the beauty pageant is kind of in the backdrop anyway, and then it goes in like 18 different directions. Even this episode, it goes some weird shit. Also, another thing that's weird, I mean, so when they're bullying her, they spray paint her locker, Fatty Patty. I looked up a few people's reviews just to curious on what other people said about this. And there was an interesting point. You know how a lot of films, the bullies spray paint lockers? Did anyone ever spray paint a locker in school in real life? I don't know if people get picked on, but did anyone ever spray paint the shit out of lockers? I've never heard anyone do that. I've definitely never seen anyone do that in real life. Just one of those funny things. So, okay, what happens is Patty, this friend of hers, and Patty's mom, they go to the support group. And there's a guy there, and Patty goes, I recognize him. And he is the homeless guy who's now sober, cleaned up, shaved, and doesn't recognize Patty because she lost all that weight. So when she sees the guy, she then gets the idea to seduce him. Then she's going to set him on fire. He's conked out. She pours booze on him, has the fucking ready to do it. The beds are burning. Then just decides not to and goes, hey Bob, you still think about that pageant? I'll do it. So she doesn't kill the guy. And then it ends with Ozzy's crazy train. And, I mean, there's a lot of questions. Like, okay, so this girl's supposed to be... She's supposed to be 16, 17 years old because she's in high school. But we're supposed to root that this Bob guy who's in his 40s likes this 16, 17-year-old girl. I'm supposed to be rooting for that? Or, I guess, find it funny, I guess. I don't know. That's one of the many weird things. And with this first episode, I don't know if I really cared about any of the characters because Bob just comes off as either a stereotype or annoying. Patty could be someone I root for, but then she just goes all these weird weird directions of craziness. And then, for I understand, for the rest of season 1, because I think this got 2 seasons, she thinks she's getting fat again, but then she realizes she's got a parasitic twin, because back in the day, they were like twins, but she ate the twin, like, got into her body. But then people think it's a demon, and there's even a point where there's a fucking exorcism. And then she becomes a fucking serial killer. Killed this person, killed that person, till Bob's in jail. And then he's like, you liked it, don't you? Yeah, I do like it. I know you're in jail because of what I did, but I'm going to get someone else and pin the crime on them, and I'll get you out of jail. He's like, no, wait, this... And then, what? He's going to become like a flamboyant Dr. Loomis while she's like a serial killer? What the fuck? So that's Insatiable, not for food, but for killing. Was this like the fat version of Dexter? It was weird. This first episode, which is the only one I saw, it was weird. I keep saying weird. I don't know if I really cared about anybody. It seems like it wants to be a John Waters type of thing. That's what I kept thinking of. Like, people really trying to be John Waters. Serial mom, like that type of stuff. That's what it seemed like to me. With some of the color scheme and the way people are dressed and stuff. That's what it reminded me of. So maybe if you're more into that, this will be more of your show. I mean, if I get requests for more, I'll continue to watch. Would I say I liked it? No. I mean, I didn't really find it that funny. There's really nothing in it I found that funny. Comedy-wise. I mean, there's just kind of these weird shifts in tone, which I'm sure is the purpose of it, so... It's weird. That's the only way I could describe it. It's fucking weird. Which I'm sure is the reason why Andrew wanted me to review this. So there you go. It's fucking weird. With that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.